We live. 3, 2, 1. And I'm live. Sweet. All right. Here we go, guys. All right, welcome to the Joyish Kingdom. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a different perspective I have from the market, especially after kind of, what do I call this, digesting a lot of the content that's happened in the last 24 hours or so, watching some of the bigger crypto channels, seeing what their takes are on it, and I've been able to kind of form my own opinion on it. Crypto's crashing. There's no way to go about it. It's crashing. It's bad news after bad news. That's also not new news, though. When there's bad news always just capitalizes on that. And I'm going to bring in a different perspective as a content creator and as more of a media outlet as to why I understand kind of what's going on and how this video can actually help you navigate this metaverse on your own without fucking just like losing your shit, getting scared at every single news, selling more and more every time something else happens. A lot of things happening. A lot of people are saying a lot of different things. And I think it's important to keep your head screwed on. So we're going to zoom out on this episode. If you're excited to get into it, smash like in this video, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom for more crypto and NFT content. It's going to be coming out every single day, guys. The daily uploads don't stop for a bear market or a bull market. In fact, the bear markets are actually where my brand is built up even more because I prioritize education. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey, my man Bryce is in the house. What's up, Bryce? What's up, dude? All right, I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Okay. So just for people to be able to look at this, we have Bitcoin dominance of 45% against altcoins. That's been going up, meaning the altcoins are bleeding. And so it's not really a good time to be trading altcoins. We have a market cap of 980 billion, and 24 volume of $149 billion. We scroll down here, Bitcoin at 23K, ETH at 1260, and then everything else burning pretty hard. There's not a whole lot of green at all, actually, like at all, literally. I don't know what this is, but that's apparently up. Everything's down right now. And if we look at the pin chart, for the entire chart, this is for all time. This is brutal. We're at right now. There's no other way to put it. I mean, I did a video. We're in the bear right now. But he also, here's the reason I'm making this video. All right. There's a bunch of people making videos. So we got Tech Lead here. I love Tech Lead. I think it's hilarious. Do I think you should listen to him? I don't know. He made a video and he basically said in this video, see, I was right. And you're going to start to see this everywhere. Okay. And this is the main reason I'm making the video. Every YouTuber is going to start grasping for anything to keep their channel afloat. See, I told you here. If you had listened to me here, then this, then that. This is not the mentality that you can't have this mentality in this market, in any market, but especially because that's where you're losing money. From a content creator aspect, from a media aspect, when there's bad news, it pays to have more bad news content. So in a bear market, when, for example, we're talking about the Celsius thing that happened, because Celsius happened, some media outlet's going to make a video or a journal article or something and say, see, Celsius is down. We told you guys 3 months ago that there was some fishy stuff going on. And then they're going to clickbait the title with something really, really, really catastrophic sounding. It's going to make, and then another media outlet's going to make it that and say, oh shit, that's bad news. We better capitalize. How can we capitalize on this? A worse fucking clickbaity title. And it's going to start to cascade. Someone else is going to see it. They're going to see another news article about something else. And they're going to make that as fucking bearish and as negative possible as it sounds so they can get clicks. You need to understand a bear market and a bull market, not in the in-between market. When we're full bull and we're full bear, this is when the media articles, that's when they rack up attention. And that's when they really, really drive up the good news and drive down the bad news in the bear market. So you're going to start to see a shit ton of bad news. And I don't want you to lose your head. Really what's going on is that the people who are invested here and selling are actually getting, they're getting their what's it called? Their stop losses triggered, right? And so that's what happens when the asset drops to a certain number and they have automatic sell limits in here. Meaning if it gets triggered to 23K, someone's sell limit is at 23K, meaning likely going to sell X amount of millions of dollars of Bitcoin. That drops it even more. Someone else's sell limit is here, triggers automatically. drops to here, someone else's trigger limit is here, and it drops, and that's why the price drops so fast. It's not because people are panicking, it's more because the sell limits most of the time. But you will be thinking that it's because of all this bad news. And really it's more of like an automatic automation type style. So this is the part of the video that's the most important. Alex Becker just made this video. A lot of people clown on him because they think he's a guy making calls, that he knows everything, but really it's the mindset that you need to take from Alex Becker's videos specifically. That's where his channel is built on. Alex Becker built his channel mindset, right? This is how you go from here to here. Here I'm going to show you because I already did it. I built my business to an 8-figure business, right? In this video, the most important thing he said, because he rambled for about 25 minutes, the most important thing he said was that in a bull market, you have a very different strategy. In a bear market, you can't operate on the same strategy you've been operating on for the last 6 months. All of you in here, but there's a lot of new people who watch my channel. You guys probably all came in the last 6 months, or a lot of you. And so you've only seen what the bull market has, meaning your strategy has only been fitted for the bull market. In a bear market, he says in this video, which is so fucking important for you guys to understand, and myself, in a bear market, the only style of investing you should be worried about is the 2 to 5 year plan. Because in a bull market, you can operate on a weekly, daily sometimes, but a weekly to monthly time scale. You can say, oh, I'm going to invest now because in a few months it'll be up. That is not the case in a bear market. You can't invest into a coin and say, I'm dollar cost my way in because I'll be able to pull out profits in the end of the summer. We don't know if we'll be back in the summer, right? In a bear market, it's much safer to assume I'm dollar cost my way in to pull out in a few years if that's how long it takes. And if you're operating under a bull market standard, which is it will come back in a couple weeks or a couple months, that is not the operate. You can't be operating in that same mindset. It's the mindset, right? How you invest, that's going to be up to you. But if you don't have money that you can be saving off for the next few years, and this is real investing, okay? In a bear market, this is where investing becomes the word. In a bull market where everything is up, that's where gambling is the word we use. In a bear market, there's no such thing as gambling. People don't gamble in a bear market. If you're thinking about minting a project and we're in a deadbeat fucking market, it's a terrible idea to go gambling in a deadbeat market because there's nobody there to buy your position. There's no one there to buy the asset that you have that you don't want to have anymore. It's really important that that's what you take from this. We're going to move on to some of the news. We have Binance resuming Bitcoin withdrawals after the pause. So CEO Zhao attributed the issue to the stuck transaction and promised a quick fix. So actually earlier today, withdrawals were paused, which is terrifying because of what happened right before this. And that is that Celsius, which is another, basically paused all their withdrawals, which made everyone freak out, saying, oh my God, they're not going to give us our money back, blah, blah, blah. This is very, very reminiscent of the Quadriga thing that happened a long ass time ago. It's a Netflix documentary if you want to watch it. And so essentially people are freaking out. They're like, oh my God, and this is all over Twitter, by the way, and fucking nobody knows who Celsius is, but apparently everybody's an expert on Celsius, so I have to cover it. And so this video is made by the Bitcoin Express, another great educational YouTube channel. By the way, if anyone's watching this right now and you're watching videos like this, then props to you because there's not a lot of people left here, to be quite honest. There's not a lot of people here who are still interested. And the reason that you're going to make it is because you're literally watching videos like this. So props to you. But the Bitcoin Express made this video, and it was really important that you see this if your money's in Celsius, which I don't think a lot of people are who are watching this channel. But basically, they know if your money is here, there's a chance you lose it all. Okay, it's not backed up by anything, is what they're saying here. So people started to freak out. They're like, wait, excuse me? And so this was interesting. The CEO came out and said, this is FUD. The next day, Celsius paused withdrawals. That's fucking crazy. So I don't know if there's something sketchy going on here, but it's important to just think about if you're in Celsius. If not, this is just another story to just add to the arsenal of where your perspective is and your mindset is in the market. That's how you should be looking at all the news. It shouldn't be panic, panic, panic. It should just be, okay, here's what's happening. Here's the vibe of the market right now. Also, in the Zoom Out episode, more free-flowing, I'm just going to kind of spitball. So that's what this is, this series. MicroStrategy has also transferred 2,089 Bitcoin, $48 million to a new wallet for the first time ever, likely planning to dump their bags. We're moments away from facing the largest liquidation in history. It's possible. This is very possible. I read somewhere, I think it was actually in that Bitcoin video, the Bitcoin video, where they talked about Michael's the guy behind the CEO behind MicroStrategy, and he's the guy been buying Bitcoin like every single day now. And he's basically saying that there's a sell limit. They've got a sell limit. And I think it's $20,000 or something like that. Basically, if they get hit, if that number gets triggered, yeah, we're seeing a cascade trigger because that's going to drop a lot of money out of the market. And then other people's sell limits are going to get triggered and it's going to keep going down. What's his name? Alex Becker predicted a possible 10K bottom. I have no idea. I'm not going to make any predictions because I'm not that type of channel. or education here. We're trying to just prioritize broadage of the space. So also Tron stablecoin to the dollar wobbles. Justin Sun swears to deploy $2 billion to prop up. We're starting to see a lot of this shit. Who knows that this is really true? This is when FUD, you really need to look at all the news that's coming out as possible FUD. All right, you've got to wait. There's no point in panicking and stuff. Right now in a bear market, gambling is not it. I'm going to say that like a million times in this video. Gambling is not the answer in a bear market. So don't ever have money that you're like throwing around here and there. That's just not the type of investing you should be doing in a bear market. In a bear market, invest in the top coins. You invest in the shit that is somewhat stable, or you invest in yourself. That's how I prefer to do it. I'm investing a lot more money into myself than I ever have. I usually have, just gone into crypto, like let me get a quick 2, 3, 4x. The problem is what I found is I'll get a 4x on something and then I'll get a negative 4x on something else. And I basically just peg even, right? And so for me, I'm not as interested. What I am interested in this bear market is very, very, very slowly dollar cost my way into the market. And I'm talking like not a lot of money, because I don't know where the bottom is, right? And I don't want to be over leveraged. I'm not making $1 million a month like some of these people who are dumping money, and especially some of these YouTubers. They've got fuck you money. They've really got fuck you money. So when they're like, oh, I'm just dollar cost my way in, that's not a possible thing for most people, right? Most people can't just dollar cost their way in, right? But what I do know is that from literally everyone who's retired with money, is they say no matter how much money you have, you can allocate 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever percentage it is, even if it's 2% or 1%. You can allocate a couple bucks of your monthly paycheck and just to invest in a crypto or in yourself, whatever that investing is for you. And if you're investing in crypto right now, this is damn near the bottom of the market. It could go down obviously, but if you're investing now for a 2-5 year vision, and in the next 1 to 2 years, say we go bear for the next 2 years, right? 2 years of bear, and you've been investing, and you've got say, $1,000 to $20,000 invested over those couple of years, and then we do a 10, 30, 50, 100x. Game over. So it's just important to think about. OpenSea volume, we're going to hit on this on tea time tomorrow. By the way, we have tea time tomorrow, not Wednesday. I'm going to make an announcement about this. Tom has some kind of schedule conflict. That's going to be noon PST tomorrow. That's where we talk about NFTs. This is more of a crypto series I'm starting. With OpenSea, man, the volume is just it's just going down and down and down and down and down. Less and less people involved in the NFT market. In a market that's like this, NFTs are bottom of the barrel, the most risky asset. This is not a place where you want to be gambling right now. So if you're investing in NFTs, even more so, you need to be using less money, even less money, than you probably should be, I guess, if that makes sense. That's a very, very risk-on asset right here. And so just again, here's where Bitcoin is at. You really have to pull Gary here. You really need to be self-aware here and really ask yourself how much here, because this is it. This is the time to buy. Alex said it and he's absolutely right. This is the time to buy. I mean, this is fucking ridiculously low compared to when most people were buying in this range here. Probably a lot of people buying that along the way up, and then most people sold probably here, and then a lot more people are probably selling in this area, obviously. But this is about the time to buy. If you have $5,000 to your name, don't throw $1,000 in there. I'm talking throw like 10, 20 bucks, right? Like very, very small amounts, because we could keep going down and you're not going to likely see that money return back to you in a while, right? It's going to take a while. For people who weren't here, if we look at the 1 year chart, or not the 1 year chart, look at maybe the 1 year chart will show it. Let's see. Okay. So when the market crashed at some point here, we had a long ass time of like playing in the sandbox. Benjamin Cohen called it. And this is like a very short-term bear market. That was only like a few months. It could be a few months, hopefully. If not, it could be years. And I know people think that's possible, but up until a few months ago, I didn't think the NFT market could go into more of a 2 week to longer than a 2 week bear market. But it did. We're like on month 3 or 4, right? And so it can happen. Anything can happen in crypto. Just because it didn't happen last time doesn't mean it won't happen this time. So it's just really important that you're paying attention, and education is going to be what you need to focus on. Education. And if you're going to be investing at all, it's got to be these top coins here. It's got to be the ones with, it's probably only got to be these two, to be honest, in a bear market. It's just not worth it. It's just not to buy ADA when we don't know if ADA will be at the end of a bear market, if that's what we go into. If we go into a total fucking bear winter, right? If you don't know. Will XRP or Solana be here? Who fucking knows, dude? Solana will probably be here because of the NFT pair that they've got. And Polkadot and Dogecoin, but you don't know. Dogecoin could disappear. We could have another meme on the next bull run. We have literally no idea. It's just so important. It is the mindset here that you take from this video and all YouTube videos now. It's so important that the mindset here has to shift. You have to get out of the bull market dumping and gambling mindset. That's not the reality right now. You're not going to make money, probably. All right. There's always opportunities to make money, but the chances of you buying Solana at $12 or whatever it's at and flipping for 20 in a couple months, that's just not the mindset you can have. Get fucking burned, right? That is not the mindset I'm having. If you're investing, if you plan to be investing, you don't have to. I'm not investing that much right now. If you plan to be investing in a bear market like we're in right now, it has to be a 2 to 5 year vision. There's no alternative. You cannot invest and think you're going to get your money back in a couple months. If you do, you will get burned. I just want to drill that into your head. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. We are going to be coming out with crypto and NFT content every single day forever. That is the, well, I think forever, for as long as I know. So subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom, smash like in this video, especially if you're in here live. I appreciate you all being here. Code word if you made it to the end is going to be, let's do this, education. Because that's what we got to focus on. That is without a doubt the most important thing right now. So code word for me at the end, education. I appreciate you all being here. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord down below in the description for all the alpha. If you want to see more of me right now, go to on my channel. I posted a video literally 3 hours ago. You can check that out. NFT YouTuber reacts to NFT memes. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Until next, continue on your voyage, continue to learn, and be grateful you're live watching this video. Bye.